If your hair feels heavy, greasy, or even itchy, or let's say you're dealing with dandruff or hair thinning, scalp buildup could be the culprit. In this video, I'll walk you through 5 steps to get rid of scalp buildup for a cleaner, healthier scalp and hair. So let's get started. Also, real quick before we get started, it would mean the world to me if you hit the like button down below, and if you enjoy the content, turn the bell on to stay up to date with new weekly videos. First up, and this is step 1, you want to pre-cleanse with some oil therapy. There are 2 oils that are super scalp friendly, jojoba or argan oil. And I get that this might sound counterintuitive. Why would you add more oil to the hair? But oiling your scalp actually loosens hardened sebum, dead skin cells, and product residue. Ever run your fingernails through your scalp and get all this grime underneath your nails? Well, the first step in effectively removing all that is this. Go ahead and massage a small amount of oil directly onto your scalp for 5 to 10 minutes. This will soften all that buildup and break down sebum plugs, making them easier to actually rinse away during the shampoo step. And the reason why this can be effective is because, remember, oils mimic your natural sebum, helping to dissolve hardened oils on the scalp through the process called like dissolves like. I'm sure you have heard of it. The jojoba oil and argan oils for this step, I've linked below for you as an affiliate, should you wish to go with them. You can also find them in the description below. They can also be very nourishing as well at the same time. So after that, you're gonna go to step 2. Step 2, you're gonna need a clarifying shampoo. Look for ingredients like salicylic acid, tea tree oil, or apple cider vinegar. They will target all that dirt, oil, and product residue. And to do this, apply the shampoo directly to your scalp, massage it in for a couple of minutes, and rinse thoroughly. And it's important to have a shampoo that doesn't strip away your own scalp oils, because your own oils aren't necessarily bad, guys. You just want to get rid of the excess and balance it out. And one that seems to work are the ones that have salicylic acid and sodium hypochlorite. The sodium hypochlorite will be great for those that have eczema, atopic dermatitis, as well as folliculitis. The Clean Healthy Scalp Shampoo has a good formulation for this, and if you want to apply it, go ahead and do it 1 to 3 times a week. But if you wanted a deep clean with apple cider vinegar instead of salicylic acid, the one by We does a great job in this as well, especially if you get a lot of flakes and your scalp is tender. After that, you want to move to step 3. Step 3 is all about scalp exfoliation. Once a week, not every day, but just once a week, you want to exfoliate your scalp using a dedicated scalp scrub. You want one with soft silicone bristles, and ideally one that helps you distribute your normal shampoo and conditioner more effectively. Now you can use a chemical exfoliant too, but start with a physical scrubber like one of these for the time being, because the whole point is for you not to introduce too many products to the scalp all at once. Sometimes the scrubber alone, guys, can be the best maintenance tip to help you unclog the hair follicles. That will subsequently improve oxygen and nutrient flow to the roots, and over time can support restoring thinning hair as well, if that's what's going on at the same time. After that, you want to move to step 4. Step 4 is for those that actually have scalp buildup with malassezia, which is the yeast that causes dandruff. Now, when there's an overgrowth of malassezia, a cycle gets started. When the scalp becomes irritated like it does in the winter months for some folks, or even dry weather and certain hair care products, it produces more oil and skin cells to try to soothe all of that irritation, right? But this provides actually more food for malassezia, which can lead to an overgrowth, and the cycle continues. So one way to break the cycle is watching my video on how to get rid of dandruff, as it goes into more depth, but in relation to this video where we talk about buildup. Take 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, dilute it in 8 ounces of water, and use it as the final step after shampooing. Go ahead and pour it over your scalp and let it sit there for a minute or 2, and then rinse it with cold water. The reason why is because apple cider vinegar is naturally acidic, right? This is going to restore your scalp's optimal pH level around 4.5 to 5.5. Doing so will get in the way of the overgrowth of bacteria and yeast, because the idea is to be 2 steps ahead of these microorganisms. Plus, it's going to smooth out the hair cuticle, leaving your strands shinier and less prone to tangling. So there's that additional benefit in there as well. And lastly, step 5 is all about protecting the scalp. If you have a lot of thinning hair, then more of your scalp is actually vulnerable to UV rays, as more of it will be exposed to the sun. there's more surface area open to damage. UV rays break down collagen and elastin in the scalp skin, which can weaken the hair follicles. This is why wearing a cap that doesn't tug on the hair can be a good tip. The second is to use scalp serums. A lot of the scalp serums can hydrate the scalp, but will clog the follicles. There's a catch-22 with it. The Divi scalp serum though nourishes the scalp and can address the thinning hair caused by years and years of buildup because it contains copper tripeptide 1 and acetyl tripeptide 3 that strengthens the scalp and primes it for stronger hair to grow. It also contains rosemary oil, which has been a game changer for some folks trying to regain some of that hair that they have lost. Now, this isn't sponsored by Divi, but many users showed some promising results with it, which is why I just wanted to share it. But I'm more curious to actually hear from you guys now. Tell me what has helped you address your scalp buildup. Comment down below, and if you found value in this video, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one.